Okay, good evening everyone. Before I begin, I would like to ask you the question, how many of you in this room are organ donors? Okay, that's good, like half the room is an organ donor. And another question, how many of you have had a loved one who has needed organ donation or have died due to the lack of no organ donation? Okay, more of you in the room. I am here to inform you on an organ donation and why I believe people should become one. Right now, according to the American Transplant Organization, there are more than 123,000 people who are on the waiting list for just the United States for a living organ donation. With this list, one is added about every 12 minutes each day. However, on average, 21 people die each day to the lack of organ donation, which equals to about 7% of the population, or 6,500 a year from the lack of organs. As you can see, with such large numbers, this is a huge issue. I believe this issue could be solved if people were just more educated on the subject. Did you know that one deceased donor can save up to 8 lives through organ donation? And with that one person, they can enhance more than 100 lives through organ donation, such as tissue donation. Organs that a person can donate after death are the heart, liver, kidneys, lungs, pancreas, and small intestine. Some tissues include corneas, skin, their veins, heart valves, tendons, ligaments, and bones. A person can also become a living donor by donating their kidney, well, one of their kidneys, and part of the liver, lung, intestine, and blood or bone marrow. The most common living organ donation is blood. More than 6,000 living donations occur each year, with 1 in 4 not being biologically related. Some people believe you have to be biologically related, but you don't. You do testing to see if you can accept the organ. As most things, there are myths. One major myth with organ donation is that if someone is rich or a celebrity, they will move up on the waiting list and they'll get the organ donation faster. That is completely false. A person's severity of their illness, their time spent waiting, their blood type, and match are all of the potential factors that can determine your place on the waiting list. So therefore, a patient's income, race, or social status are never taken into account. A second myth that most believe is if a person dies and they do donate their organs, that a closed casket is required. That is completely false, because according to the American Transplant Society, an organ procurement, they treat each donor as if with the utmost respect and dignity. So they allow donors in the body to be viewed in an organ in an open casket. I know it's personal because when my brother passed away, he was an organ donor, and he actually donated his cornea, so therefore he gave someone the ability to see again, which I think is pretty cool. And he was able to have an open casket even after that. Another myth I believe people should be educated on is that because they're organ donors, the doctors won't work as hard on them to save their life. Which is false, because they don't know they're an organ donor until they pass away. So the medical professions, they'll work hard because it's their first priority to save lives when someone is sick or injured. With all of these facts permitted, how many of you think organ donation is a good thing? Okay, those of you who didn't raise your hand, why do you think it is a bad thing? No one?
Because it's bad, because then you can't have an open casket.
Well, Shannon, as just stated, I told you that you could have an open casket. Myself, I am an organ donor because I believe after I pass, I would like to give someone the opportunity to live or help them out. I made a decision by discussing with family members. My mom did not want to become an organ donor. However, I kind of talked her into it because I stated facts. And ultimately, it's up to you to become an organ donor. And you know you're an organ donor because on your license there will be a little heart on it, so therefore you are an organ donor. And you become one because when you go to the DMV, you have to sign to become one, or you can go online and register if you don't want to go to the DMV. That you just have to type in, it's NewYorkStateOrganDonation.com. So think about a friend or family member, and if they need a transplant, when do you want the option to help them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe.
good. Well, all right,
Absolutely.
maybe. Or would you want the chance to help anyone else and give them the chance to live?
Yes.
Okay.
Depends where we're
Trying
working.
to cut back.
Well, therefore, you should all either go to the DMV and sign the card, get the little heart on your license, and become an organ donor, or go online and register. Okay? And
Very
thank
good.
you.